Well, it's nearly 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'm driving to Scotland, to the Isle of Skye. I reckon it's going to take me about 10 hours to get there. So let's see how we go. And here we are in the Lake District. This is Fort William. All right. So I found this lake. Look here in the island. You can see where I left my car in the back there, but there's a big ditch in the road and I can't get past it. So what I've done is I've loaded all my stuff, and apparently, looking at the map, about 2 miles into this forest, it looks like there's a lake. Well, I know there's a lake. I just don't know exactly where it is, but going to set up the tent and see if we could you know, get lucky with some fish. So see how we go. Okay, so I'm not lying to you, I must have walked for an hour. This lake is in the middle of fucking nowhere. So this is my first camp. It's a really nice view, but I wouldn't recommend it. The road here is bloody horrendous. So, and the midges, yes, they everywhere. So I'm gonna take it easy, have a drink, and after Ryan dropped me driving for 12 hours, I think I'm going to bed. So see if there's fish in here tomorrow. Man, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but there are literally millions of midges here. There's a biomass of them. And I think they're attracted to, well, to me. I think it's the oxygen that I exhale because they're getting more. Yeah. I can see the value. Thank God I brought this net, because without this net, I don't think it would have been fun. But like I said, I mean, other than that, look at that. That is an awesome view. Magnificent. So this is the first morning. I found this lake, but it's heavily overgrown with weeds. It's pretty isolated, I'll tell you that. So I'm going to walk to the other side there, just in front of that hill. It looks like there's an open spot there where I can potentially do a cast. Alright, so it was hot as hell today here in Scotland, and eventually drove to the other side of the island, found a good camp spot. My Google Maps didn't work, so it wasn't easy to find the lakes. If you go that way, you can't see anything from here. So I then had to drive all the way up there to get a better view, and I did spot them. I did spot the 2 lochs, but it's a bit of a walk. The guide says a short walk, but it ain't no short walk. So I'm gonna do that now, and see if we can land some trout. So let's see how we go. So a short walk, and I'm coming up to the first lake that you can see down there. So there's another one up there, but you can't really, well, you can't see it from here. So let's see how we go. See if we can get some proper brown trout, eh? Can you believe we're in Scotland? Of all places. Look, the weather is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, not a cloud in the sky. Look at this behind me. So it does look fishy, and I'm going to I'm just sussing out some fishing spots to see if I can find anywhere. There's good camping here as well, but I don't have any firewood, so if I catch something to eat, then it might be an issue. So I'm gonna drive along this coast and do some exploring, because I've got two definite spots now. I can fish here, and then there's a spot earlier up which I saw was really good, and there's a good campsite as well. But again, if I get something, I'd like to do a fish barbie, and I need some wood, and I'm not lying to you, for the last 50 kilometers I haven't seen a tree. So yeah, let's see how we go. I'm still in Scotland, and it's 24 degrees, believe it or not. You can see the weather is absolutely fabulous. So just look at this. Hiya. So I found a good place to camp, as I said earlier on, and it looks like there might be some good fishing here. You can see all around me, it's gorgeous, but it's really calm. The sea's like a lake, but I haven't fished here before, so this is going to be my virgin Skye sea fishing experience. So we'll see how we go. So I'm going to do some drop shot. I've got some spoons, mackerel feathers, and so on. So we're just gonna have to see if they're here. So I'll let you know. Oh, I got one. It's a smaller one. Let's see what it is. Oh, another one. Look at that. There's a smaller one. If I can see if we can get a bigger one. Alright, so I had a little bit of a drama. Where I parked and went fishing, there were other people that camped there, and I don't want to be with other people. So I then thought I'd find one of the places. If you look towards the back here, there's loads of little spots next to the road, but they were all taken. So luckily I found this spot. So there's a little fireplace, and you can see over here, if I turn it around again, I was really lucky to find it. If you do a little look around, awesome, man. I mean, I couldn't have asked for better weather and better scenery. So it's pretty cool. Got the fire going. Got some fish today. Big pollock. I lost another massive fish. Yes, I wish I knew what that was, but yeah, we'll go at it again tomorrow. So happy days. It's a bit of a track, but this is the second lake I'm going to fish. Believe it or not, halfway here the bloody sun came out, so I don't know whether this is going to work. This morning was really ideal. You had the mist coming over and that, but I'm here now, so I'm gonna fish it. and see how we go. Okay, so this is my next campsite. You can see it's quite a cushy one, and there's the sea, northeastern side of Skye. The other night I wanted to camp at one of these, yesterday night I mean, but they were all taken. So what I've done is I came here, got the tent going, and then I went fishing on the single track road to Lochs, which is just up about 11 kilometers from the Leith Falls. You can see here there is a nice stream, and it does look like there's some good pools that might hold fish. So I'm going to fish the loch, see how we go, and then maybe have a look on the map, although I don't think I have signal, to see if I can get some trout on dry fly in the river. I've decided, I haven't caught anything yet, but I have decided to camp here. As you can see, lovely camp spot. I'm going to make a fire there in a bit, but how gorgeous. I wish it's really hot and humid. I wish we just get a little bit of a wind, a breeze if you will, because the midges are eating me up alive. Anyway, this is nice. And then tomorrow I think I'm going to fish the store lochs. It's massive lochs, but I mean it's loch fishing, so hopefully from the bank I'd hopefully get some trout. Well, we'll see. Today, as you can see, a little bit of a different environment, and I'm fishing these store lochs. So I haven't hired a boat, and I am just going to see if I can find trout along the surface, along the shoreline here. You can see that it's absolutely gorgeous. I haven't seen any fish rise, not yet, but hopefully we'll be into fish in not too long. I don't know if you can see that, but everywhere there's these really deep drop-offs into the abyss, and initially I didn't see it, and I nearly fucking stepped over into it. So it's really tricky, man, and it's freaking me out. I can't believe there's no trout here. They gotta be here, man. So here we are. I fished Loch Fada today. It's one of the bigger lochs, and I did not get a pickup whatsoever. I mean, I went through all the motions, deeper, shallower, different flies, different projections. It didn't do the trick. So I'm a bit disappointed in that. I honestly thought when I got up this morning and when I got there it was super fishy, that I'm going to get a pickup, but so be it. That's fishing. Well, climb down there. Look at this. I'm not a marine biologist, but I reckon it's really deep here. Good morning. Today we're doing some trout fishing again. You can't see my car, but I had to bloody track all the way up here because apparently the lake is behind me on this hill, so I haven't seen it yet. Believe it or not, there's a little track here. I don't know what kind of cars they drive here, but I tell you one thing, I wouldn't drive down that hill. Not even with a Land Rover. So, looks really nice. And hopefully, if all goes well, we should see the lake here somewhere. Is it? Christ, I really do hope so. I really do hope so. And it looks like a bowl. It looks like there's fuck all there. Yes, yes. Okay. Then the next deal, huh? So I've tracked all the way from the sea. Look here it is. Lake Fada. Huh? Look at that. Amazing. Well, another day, another campsite. So I found this spot next to this gorgeous river. And if you walk with me, well, another day, another campsite. So I found this spot next to this gorgeous river. And if you walk with me, but it is nice. I had a really successful day today. Well, really successful. I got 5 trout. They're not very big, but gorgeous looking. So this is the campsite. I just decided to make a little fire. One of the trout died, so I decided to cook it, and I'm gonna have it with some Chinese rice. It looks rainy, but it's not. I am in a little town called Trout now. The weather is horrific. As you can see, it's windy and it's cold, but they say that this is one of the best, check, that lady's running. Ha! She's fucking crazy. They reckon this is one of the best sea trout lochs in on the Isle of Skye. So apparently, if I have the map right, this is going to go out into a little river, which goes into a loch. There's the bridge, see? So, this is what they call challenging, challenging fishing conditions. Despite these horrific weather conditions, I've decided to give it a shot. So it's cold and it's windy. It hasn't rained. You can see here that this outflow is pretty dead. But hopefully, I've got my spinning rod because you're allowed to spin here. Hopefully, some fish moved up. I don't know. I don't have my waders on, so we're just gonna have to see. Just gonna have to see how it is. Turns out that you do need waders, so I had to walk back to the car, redress, but now I think I'm ready. The sun just came out. It's still windy as hell, but it looks really nice here. Like I said, I'm skeptical but hopeful. I think that's a fair way to put it. Okay, so I found the inlet. I was going to try to cross over here, but I don't think it's possible. It's too deep. It's way too deep. I can't wade through there. Also, it's pretty boggy down there. But anyway, if I made it to this inlet, I would have not been able to make it. So I drove around for the good part of an hour to find this spot, simply because it is a little bit out of the wind. So the wind is coming from from the east, which I'm walking now, and it's still windy. I tell you what, it's still going to be a challenging evening. Because it's going to get colder as well, which is not great. That said, lovely little spot. Got a little waterfall there. I wouldn't drink the water, but other than that, it's lovely. And I sit here, drink a whizzle, and enjoy the sunset.